If you are a human being, raise your hand and scream, "Yo!" If you're not a human being, reverse those letters and scream, "Oi!" Once again, the universe has brought us together. Eli's dad here, and welcome back to Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. Today's words of wisdom, he said modestly, referring to himself in the third person, concern perspective. The title is, "I'm Only Human." You know, Eli, as a student of personal development, the law of attraction, etc., one of the recurring themes, mantras, slogans, and directives is to change your paradigm. If you are the owner of a business, redirect your paradigm to that of the perspective of the customer or your employee. When you do this, it adjusts the angle and allows you to look at things differently, sometimes referred to as thinking outside the box. It's similar to watching a football game replay from different angles. Your focus is drawn to different aspects that are not relevant when seen from one direction, but become the main relevant factor when viewed from a different perspective. Now, Netflix is a good example of this phenomenon. People love to watch movies. People are lazy in their leisure. Now, if I don't have to go to a video store and can make the same choice or have more choices from my very own couch, convenience triumphs. Goodbye video store. Goodbye record store. Goodbye records. Goodbye dating services. Here's a coming attraction. Goodbye malls. Goodbye travel agency. In fact, as your flight attendant says, as you deplane, I love the word deplane, bye-bye, 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 all in the name of progress. May we change our paradigm for a moment? Now, I've only heard Wayne Dyer say this a million times, but finally, it sunk in. Quote, "We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience." Unquote. Warning, I am going to get heavy. I'm already PHAT fat. The point is, when you look at life from a different perspective, that is, you change the angle, you arrive at very different conclusions. It's similar to the discovery that the earth revolves around the sun instead of the sun revolving around the earth. It changes things. Now, if this thesis is true, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, then there are some fundamentals of structure that must be identified as foundations for growth. They are, number one, there are no accidents. There is a structure, example, the atom. There are laws that are never altered, example, gravity. There's an order to things, example, the solar system. There is a method to make progress, example, observe nature and the growth of a seed, and that there is a plan and a planner. The planner has placed us here and given us, number two, the planner has placed us here and given us a unique skill set among all the creatures. We're able to think, plan, construct, and align nature's elements in their proper order. This enables us to make progress technologically. We're also able to record our progress so that our species is able to build upon past advances and does not have to start from ground zero with each new generation. This is a critical piece. Number three, the planner has created us in her, I've been married twice, own image and given us some superpowers without the benefit of an instructional manual. The onus of how to most effectively use our brains is our own responsibility to discover. Trial and error and the ability to record past progress has enabled to discover that formula. See the owner's manual for your brain, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill as an example, as well as many others. Number four, the key element of this formula is that when it is executed properly, the planner actually takes an active role and becomes a major part of the process of progress. Further, the planner partners with us, that is, becomes a part of us, through thought, creative circumstances, activity, and countless other ways, both logical and illogical, to help us achieve. Number 5, as spiritual beings having a human experience, we must conclude that the planner does not perceive the concept of time the same way that we do. We who are taking part in the human experience are temporary and finite pawns in the planner's chess game. The planner allows us to make progress at her own pace. If this were not the case, why has it taken thousands of years for us to reach our current technological status? The planner could have empowered us with today's knowledge in an instant. Instead, the method includes the slow, for us, process of first planting seeds, that is, having dreams. Second, nurturing, fertilizing, and overcoming obstacles. And third, relentlessly pursuing with tenacity the desired outcome. It is she, the planner, that determines the gestation period. We must, therefore, remain patiently impatient in the pursuit of our own goals and objectives. Our time is limited. The planner has no restraints, time or otherwise. We, as spiritual pawns, can only move so fast within the time frame given to us by the planner. Only she knows why or how we fit into her purpose. Thus, our only option is to take careful notes, apply the laws of cause and effect, and dream on. It is she that determines what progress is to be achieved and the time frame for that achievement. She has placed us here on this comparatively tiny speck of dust of a planet as minute pawns in her chess game. She has restricted our movements on the one hand with our mortality, yet encourages us, communicating through our dreams of what might be, with clues for our advancement. She has given us a finite amount of time individually, but allowed us to march forward collectively with the skill of storing data for the next generation to pursue progress with a more advanced starting line. Now, my only uneducated conclusion, based on personal empirical observation, is that there is a strategic plan for your life when you have faith and believe. And when you only have the choices of being right or being kind, choose kind. After all, we're only human. Now, for those of you that are serious, don't forget to review part 5 of E equals MC squared in the description box below. Next time we get together, we'll explain why frequency matters. To ensure that you don't miss that, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. Be a good friend. If you thought this video added value, share it with a friend so that they may obtain value as well. Our thought for the day comes from Brendan Burchard. I love Brendan. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And because we never end a meeting on a philosophical note, get out there and charge. I'm Eli's dad.